Straight ahead on 12 News, a Brooklyn Park man at the center of a sexual assault investigation, how police say he carried out the crime. Plus, a local family's difficult ordeal.
It's tough.
Find out about their special Christmas wish. But first, a major announcement concerning Brooklyn Park's police department. 12 News starts right now. A new era will soon begin for Brooklyn Park. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Johnson.
And I'm Alexandra Renslow. Brooklyn Park officials have chosen a new police chief. The city announced today that Deputy Chief Craig Envoltson will take over that post. He replaces Mike Davis, who left the job last month. One big job ahead is a major overhaul of Brooklyn Park's main police station. It's an expansion project that would add about 20,000 square feet to the North Precinct. Envoltson has been with the Brooklyn Park Police Department for 22 years. City Manager Jamie Verbrugge says Envoltson has earned the respect of his colleagues. The appointment is subject to City Council approval, which is expected on Monday. He could be sworn in next week.
A Brooklyn Park man accused of impersonating police to sexually assault a woman has been arrested in Brooklyn Center. Authorities tracked down Gideon Arrington in the 8000 block of Brooklyn Boulevard. Arrington is charged with kidnapping and first-degree criminal sexual conduct. The assault occurred last month in Fridley. The criminal complaint says Arrington cleansed the victim with bleach before letting her free. Arrington is a convicted felon. DNA evidence helped lead to his arrest. A 9-year-old Abby Olson and her family have a special wish this Christmas.
The family has ties to Brooklyn Park and has been through a lot. That includes Abby fighting a rare form of leukemia. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us how she's battling back.
I like to play outside and go in my woods.
But 9-year-old Abby Olson hasn't had much time to play.
I don't get to see my dogs and my friends that much.
In 2012, she was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, something mostly seen in older adults.
That it's hard to have and that you should never get it.
It's been really hard. Finding out that your kid has cancer.
Her mom has been by Abby's side since the diagnosis. She's even shaved her head.
I feel so helpless. Nobody wants to see your child sick.
Abby's family has endured a lot. Just days before learning Abby had cancer, her mom lost her job.
Then we got the news about Abby having cancer, and it was like, well, that was no big deal.
Abby has spent many months at the hospital undergoing chemo.
Tired, bored, and sad.
She was in remission for 8 months, but then it came back.
In September, they told us that she had relapsed.
On Monday, Abby will come here to Children's Hospitals in Minneapolis. She'll have her 3rd round of chemo. The goal will be to wipe out any remaining cancer.
It requires a lot of aggressive chemotherapy. She's been in the hospital much of the on and off over the last 1.5 years.
Abby will have to spend Christmas in the hospital, but that has not stopped her from making her list for Santa.
Scooby-Doo toys and a big Barbie house.
Her mom has something more serious on her list.
I want you to not have cancer. That's what I want for Christmas.
Okay.
She is strong. She's a fighter. She has such a positive attitude, and she's gonna make it.
Sonia Goins, 12 News.
In a few months, Abby will undergo a stem cell transplant at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester. This Saturday, a fundraiser will be held at St. Alphonsus Catholic Church from 4 to 8 in Brooklyn Center.
Maple Grove officials call it one of the premier development sites left in the Twin Cities. Now plans are taking shape for the untapped site in the gravel mining area. The developer proposes apartment buildings, a hotel, an office building, and 2 restaurants in the northeast corner of Elm Creek Boulevard and Hemlock Lane. The project is called the Sands of Arbor Lakes. The city officials also hope to attract a performing arts venue to the site, something Maple Grove doesn't have. The developer says Pinstripes, a bowling and bocce ball entertainment chain, has also expressed interest in the site. The city officials, however, weren't excited about the overall proposal. The chair of Maple Grove's Planning Commission, Larry Colson, says he anticipated taller buildings and something more grand for the site. The Planning Commission recently voted to table the project.
New Hope Police will add more experience to their ranks in the coming year. The New Hope City Council approved funding to promote 2 sergeants in 2014. This will increase the number of sergeants in New Hope to 6. The new positions will provide more supervision and guidance to younger officers.
It's really exciting that we have a chance to have 2 more. On a department our size, 6 sergeants, we're lucky to have that.
The New Hope City Council also approved $200,000 for West Metro Fire Rescue. Part of that money will go toward improvements at Station Number 1. The Brooklyn Center Schools band program has exploded over the last decade.
And right now, the district's supply of instruments can't keep up with the demand. Renee Bonneau explains how you can help keep their momentum going.
Well, look at these. These are beauts.
Brooklyn Center band teacher Chris Porter has no problem tooting her own horn.
They work. All right, let's play. Here we go.
When she came here 12 years ago, she had 17 students.
They handed me my keys and they said, go build a band program.
So she did.
More Rotary.
Recruiting at the elementary school and getting community support.
And more Rotary. Yep, I don't know. Is your arms going to be big enough?
People began to believe in the program.
Hurry up, guys. Let's go. Vámonos.
And grants came in. Over time, so did the kids. Now she has 220.
Focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. And everyone wants to come join that positive movement. And then I'm like, okay, now we have kids, but now we have no instruments.
Brooklyn Center provides instruments for almost all its band students. Since 6th graders joined the program last year, Porter's now short about 50 instruments.
If they don't have the instrument, they're pretty much not in band, or they're not qualified for band because they don't have enough money to purchase it.
The problem isn't just that the band program is growing, but also the instruments they do have are growing old. There's at least one that was purchased back in the 60s.
For the trumpets, the valves, they can get stuck and they won't, it's just hard to push the buttons. Woodwind instruments, if it's not like that the buttons are broken, it's screws are missing or just pieces of it come apart.
This one's really bad.
Porter is asking for the public to donate instruments, saying they'll be put to use immediately.
I had a donation dropped off the other day. 20 minutes later, after I disinfected it, it was in the hands of a kid.
Porter says she's excited her program is growing. She just needs the tools to keep it going.
My #1 goal is to get quality instruments that work in their hands so they have a shot to be successful.
In Brooklyn Center, Renee Bonneau, 12 News.
The Brooklyn Center Band is also looking for donations of white dress shirts and black dress pants for students to wear during concerts. Well, coming up, a standout student who's much more than a standout student.
See how she's making a difference in a foreign land. And then later in sports, a new coach leads the Cooper basketball team as the Hawks get set to face a big rival.
But first, a chilly Friday, but listen to this, we could see 30-degree temperatures next week. It gets national accolades from noted food critics like Andrew Zimmern. Now, the Northwest Metro will soon get a slice of an expanding pizza concept. Punch Pizza plans to open next year in the Shops at Arbor Lakes area of Maple Grove. Pizzeria will replace a shuttered Qdoba Mexican restaurant. This would be its 9th Twin Cities location. Punch Pizza specializes in wood-fired Neapolitan pizza. A well-rounded student typically excels in the classroom and is involved in extracurricular activities.
But today's standout student takes that a step further. As Delane Cleveland reports, a Wayzata senior has discovered ways to impact people across the world.
Okay, what is?
The school year at Wayzata High School is barely halfway through.
Celebrate the victory of a goal.
Yet work on the yearbook is well underway.
Yeah, okay, that'll be good.
Senior Marissa Ablack calls the key shots as the editor-in-chief.
So it's been really good to kind of perfect my skills and kind of learn about what I want to do with my life after high school.
She has an eye for design and an interest in journalism. Yearbook helps her combine the two passions.
Okay, well, what are these?
The teacher overseeing the yearbook calls her an asset.
She brings a lot of strong characteristics and has been an inspiration to the team. It's showing that she's got a very diverse background of skills that she's able to put together into a business situation.
However, Marissa's work goes far beyond yearbook design. As part of her National Honor Society project, Marissa helped develop the One Day Water Project. It's a nonprofit that provides schools around the world with water filtration systems.
It's kind of a movement almost of trying to spread clean water to schools in Trinidad.
Marissa has family in Trinidad, and last month she spent time visiting schools there, one of which received a free $2,000 water purification unit courtesy of her nonprofit.
It was a pretty cool feeling to go there and see the taps installed with this fresh water source and see kids filling up water bottles out of taps, which wouldn't have been possible, without us helping them.
Her goal is to raise money so that even more schools can benefit.
It's not just one school we're trying to affect. It's kind of a whole movement of clean water that we want to implement.
In the meantime,
oh, okay.
She has her senior year
And what family and friends think and stuff.
And a yearbook to worry about.
She's a phenomenal student to have.
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Marissa says the One Day Water Project has raised enough money to buy water filtration units for 2 other schools. As for college, Marissa says she's undecided, but her top choice is New York University, and she's planning to major in journalism. Coming up, a longtime public access talk show host signs off in Brooklyn Park.
But first in sports, Wayzata's girls gymnastics teams has high hopes for a return visit to the state meet. Jay Wilcox has that and more when we come back.
I'm Jay Wilcox with sports. The Benilde-St. Margaret's boys hockey team lost some great talent to graduation, including Mr. Hockey winner Grant Bessie, who is now playing for the University of Wisconsin. The Red Knights do still have plenty of talent, though. They're off to a 4-1 start and are ranked number 4 in Class AA. It's a different group without the prolific first line that graduated, but it's still a very good squad.
We've got a different group of guys this year. Everyone knows we lost a lot of our top guns from last year, and so we're a different team, but I still think we have really high expectations, and yeah, so far it's been a fun ride.
I think we have some pretty dang good balance and pretty good depth, and that's always something that we have going for us, but I think that's especially true, this year. We have a lot of defensemen returning. Last year we were playing a couple ninth graders back there, so having 5 returning defensemen blue line's a big strength.
The Red Knights have faced some good opponents already, including Burnsville and Hill Murray in their last 2 games. They have a stretch of tough ones coming up, starting with Holy Family Thursday night.
We got Wayzata coming up, like I said. We got Holy Family, both section opponents, so those are some pretty key games for us, especially in the section seeding, and just to see where our team's doing and see how we match up against the best competition in the state.
The Red Knights host Hibbing Saturday afternoon and then Maple Grove on Tuesday. The Cooper girls basketball team won its first ever conference title last season, taking the North Suburban title with a perfect 16-0 mark in league play. The Hawks have a new coach this season as Drew Woods takes over. Woods has been recruiting coordinator at the University of North Dakota and at Concordia St. Paul in the past. Though they've started 0-2, he's happy to be coaching at Cooper.
It's great. It's been a little challenge. You got to follow the footsteps of Coach Rademacher, and they had a great success last year, winning the conference 15-0, 16-0. So we're just trying to take it one step at a time, and we're building blocks is what we're doing, just teaching.
It's been hard, but it's really good. Getting in shape and putting the hard work in. He's a tough coach, but it's good.
I think it's been pretty good so far. He pushes us really hard, and we do a lot of things that we need to get done. And I think he's a good coach.
Guards Tori Green and Lori Bowler and forward Manita Kelly are returning starters from a 22-win team last season. After taking lopsided losses to Northwest Suburban Conference teams Maple Grove and Osseo, Cooper faces another club from that conference Friday. This game's a special one, though, against district rival Armstrong.
Yeah, big game. We're really excited for it. So, yeah, it's really competitive, but it's always fun, nothing dirty. So we're really excited for it. We want to get that win.
If I don't win this game, I may be trying to apply for Subway, I've been told by some people. But that's how big the rivalry is, and I'm excited for it. Coach Easy's got a great bunch over there. I've seen him play a couple times. It's going to be a great game.
And we'll have highlights of that Armstrong-Cooper game Monday on our Sports Jam show. The gymnastics season is underway in the area, too. The Wayzata girls have their first dual meet of the season Thursday night. And it's a pretty big one as the Trojans play host to Eden Prairie in a Lake Conference meet. Eden Prairie should be the Trojans' top rival come section time. Wayzata has many of last season's top performers back, and they got off to a solid start. scoring 142.85 points at the Northland Winter Wonderland meet.
Because we got that high score, it almost sets like a limit of we can always go up from there. There's always potential from there, and it was just a great meet overall. Fun way to start off the season.
Wayzata won the Section 6AA championship last season and placed 5th at the state meet. Getting back to state is definitely a goal for a team that should be very good.
I mean, we have a good start to the season. We have a lot of new skills. Our team has been working really hard, and we did a lot of off-season work over the summer. So I think we're pretty prepared going into the start of the season.
If there's a team that's going to do it, this is it. But I don't want to put the pressure on them. I just kind of want to take it day by day. You know, we have to get through Eden Prairie. They're our biggest competition in our section right now. So we get through them, we should be okay.
After hosting Eden Prairie Thursday evening at Central Middle School, the Trojans will compete at the Prior Lake Invitational on Saturday. So take it day by day and then we'll be all right.
We'll be okay. That's a good lesson for
Way
all
to
of us,
go,
right? Yeah, thanks, Jay. Perhaps you've seen him on the local public access channels.
Up next, a longtime public access talk show host who says goodbye. We'll be right back.
Here's a home in Maple Grove that left no space untouched for holiday lights as Santa's Workshop, Dickens Carolers, even Mickey Mouse and Pooh Bear are there. We found it in the 11,600 block of 65th Avenue North in Maple Grove. And if you know of any outstanding displays in your neighborhood, we want to feature them here on Channel 12. Just send an email or call us with the location. And finally, a public access talk show host says goodbye after 23 years on television.
We have done some 1,200 plus shows.
And after all that, Art Cunningham signed off Wednesday night for the last time. He says he can't even calculate the number of guests he's had on the show, talking about everything from health issues to entertainment and politics.
I don't know a lot about the kinds of things that the community needs. The least I could do is search out people who have the information and people who are willing to share that information.
Art says he's moving to Florida, and when he gets tired of the sun and golf down there, he says he will search out another talk show opportunity. Good for you, Art, and after all those years, thanks for all those years.
That's right. I've seen him scrolling through the channels, yep, and he does a good job, so maybe Florida as the new guy.
Maybe so. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you back here tomorrow. Community Corner is coming up next.